So, if you remember yesterday we talked about the planer, we did that. We had that recorded for you guys as well. So we have the planer. Remember the planer cuts from the top down. You have an in feed and an out feed table. This is a BFF number 1. This will be BFF number 2. This is a joiner. This cuts from the bottom up, and it also has an in feed and an out feed table. It doesn't matter, it still is. Now these are ground perfectly flat, 100% flat. If you look at this board I grabbed from over here in the scrap area, it's kind of flat, but not really. Right? There's some bad spots, things like that. That's what this joiner is going to do. Remember, here we have we have parallel. The ends are the top and bottom. The two surfaces are parallel to each other. Here, you're not going to have parallel surfaces. You're going to have a perpendicular surface, but not parallel. So on this, you look at it, there is a big knife that runs across here. Okay? This is your no-go zone for your hands. That's why that red guard is there and it snaps into place. Two things that you're going to remember with this. Again, it comes from the bottom up. It takes and it makes that the really small bushes that we had yesterday that you saw. Again, get your hand in there, can't fix you. Okay. Also has a fence. You need to keep pressing your back towards the fence and then down at the same time. So your hand's going to be on top. Again, what is the minimum length for the planer one more time? How long? How long for the planer does it have to be? 12 inches, right? So it's 12 inches. This actually is a little bit shorter. It's 10. It's 10 inches to go through the joiner. Okay? So some of the stuff that we use for our snack tables are 9 inches long, so you got to keep them together before you cut it, before you run the joiner. We'll talk about how to do the snack tables and stuff like that. So this is 10 inches, that's 12 inches. It's a quiz question. We'll review the quiz tomorrow. Now, anything below this fence, you have to use a push stick. Now the guy in the second hour used this, he was going this way. Not a bad way, it works, but these, a lot of the push sticks we have, have a little hook in them or 90 degree that you can actually hook it on top and run it through. Your hands have to stay on top here. That way if you have any issues, you won't actually hit the blade. Again, it'll take whatever off is off. Do not know what is meat and not meat. Okay? Go through 10-inch board. It's going to give you a nice flat edge. You are going to use this machine every single time as well as the planer. You don't have to do it planer than joiner. You don't have to go joiner than planer. That's up to you. If the planer is super busy, use the planer. If it's super busy, you can go over here and join first. If the joiner's busy, come plane first. Or if you're working with somebody, run multiple pieces through with that group. Okay? So, I'm going to turn this on. Again, we're talking about it has to go all the way to full speed. The dust collector needs to be on again, so you can hear me. This is loud. I have it off. Now, my borders are above the fence, so my hands are on top. I'm going to walk with it as I go through. Okay? Now, what it's going to do is, you want to make sure it cuts from end to end. I already knew it cut that whole piece right there. I was running this other one, and probably was top of yours somewhere in there. You may have a board with a crown or something in it that you cut in certain sections. You've got to keep running it through until it runs end to end. Okay, some of the stuff that we use over there gets a little bit of a bow or a little bit of issues to it. That thing's still spinning. Still spinning. It's about done now. Okay? So you have to keep an eye on that when you're done. Just don't walk away. Yes, it has that guard. You're just going to watch it. When it's all done, stop moving, then walk away. Make sure it comes that full, complete stop. Now, some of you have already gone through and know to do something with the planer. You can clean up your edges with the joiner. When you're all said and done, you have the faces, surfaces, everything ready to go. You guys can go to the back and start working with the hand sanders. Those, I think you guys, I don't have to show you how to use them. They have little pads that you put on. And from there, it also says, it goes through everything, sand everything smooth. You start with the lowest grit sandpaper. So 80 is really rough. As you go up in number, the amount of grit smooths out and makes it a little smoother. So think of it this way. You guys ever grab your line paper and it has a little bit of, you feel it just feels a little weird? Everything has a little bit of grit to it. Paper towel does, line paper. Those are really high grits. What we will use in here is I have some 600. It'll be the last thing you sand with. It'll be the last thing that you go through and sand everything with. It'll be 600 grit. Some of the guys in the second are going to use it and they're like, oh my word, that's freaking smooth. It's very, very, very smooth. And then when we go through the finishing room, start doing stuff there, we use anywhere between coats of polyurethane, which we'll go through this. That little thing is, I have anywhere between 1,200 and 2,000 grit sandpaper. So as you smooth it out, it makes it like glass when they're all said and done. Alright, questions, comments, concerns? Alright, go ahead, go to work. You guys clean up at 11:35.